Now, the Nairobi International Trade Fair opened yesterday, and we want to talk more about that and what we expect in this year's fair. And I'm joined in studio by Levi Mukweso, who's Chairman, Marketing and Publicity, Nairobi International Trade Fair. Did I get the name right? Mukweso.
Yes, that's right.
Is it how you pronounce it?
That's right.
Okay,
Mukweso.
very welcome, Mukweso.
Yes.
All right, so the fair began yesterday.
Yes.
Perhaps let's first go into how the preparation stage was ahead of the opening yesterday.
Okay, usually we start almost a year to start preparing for the show. And Saturday and Sunday, that's what we call pre-show. And we start with service, Sunday service, which we call harvest service at All Saints Cathedral.
Yes.
And then thereafter, we go to the show to just ensure that all the arrangements are put in place. And then on Monday, we officially open the show for the public.
Okay.
Yes.
What is the theme this year?
The theme of this year's show is to enhance technology in agriculture and industry for food security and national growth.
Look at me. Yes, it said to enhance food security.
Yes. It's to enhance technology in agriculture and industry for food security and national growth.
Okay.
Yes.
So you're talking about enhancing technology. The theme last year was also something in line with that as well. Why are we so keen on technology and making sure that is in the front line when we're talking matters agriculture and commerce?
If you look at agriculture, because we all know that Kenya, our backbone is agriculture. And if you have to take Kenya to the level of Vision 2030, then it's only prudent that we have to enhance agriculture all round. Because even the industries that are in Kenya, most of them have a bias towards agriculture. And therefore, once you enhance agriculture, then it's automatic that you'll also have enhanced the industries.
Okay.
Yes.
And we're talking about agriculture. How is our production this year perhaps compared to last? How is the country faring?
Production this year is not very bad, because last year, you remember, there was an issue of seeds, bad seeds. But this year, the seeds are very good. And then I'll also encourage people to come to the show, because we have a number of companies that deal in seeds, including Kenya Seed. So they will be able to get the best. Because I know what happens. Most people out there are cheated by fake seeds, and that's why sometimes production goes down.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the reason why you would say, because Kenya heavily does rely on agriculture, and I think also one of the things why you keep pushing on this technology being at the very front is to make it easier, perhaps to increase production. But why is it we've not been able to catch on in terms of just bringing in technology into agriculture so far? Because this conversation has been had, something has been going on for a while, but we still seem to be at the stage of pushing it to happen.
Okay, what happens is most of our farmers they don't practice scientific farming.
Right.
Because if you practice scientific farming, you don't even need a large land. Because what most people do is you expect to have 100 acres so that you'll improve production. But if you come to the show, they'll teach you technology where you only need a quarter an acre. And out of that, you'll do wonders. Because the production will be quite scientific, so you don't need a big land. And the problem mostly is that when most people ask to come to the show, most of them don't come. And then somebody says, okay, when I retire, I'll go into agriculture. Agriculture is not just a by the way. It's something that you need to have gone to learn a lot in terms of technology. In fact, in developing countries, people go in as a career. And I believe if all Kenyans can embrace that, then definitely technology will take us far.
All right, let's talk about the Nairobi International Trade Fair now in specific. The show is on, it opened yesterday. How many exhibitors do you have so far?
So far we have over 65 foreign exhibitors drawn from across the world. We have over 500 local exhibitors. And compared to last year, this is a great improvement.
Yeah.
So we expect a good show this year.
What should relate the increase in numbers to? Why are we doing better this year?
I believe part of it is the way we've done the marketing. And part of it is for those who came last year, they must have realized that Nairobi International Trade Fair is the place to market your products.
Why is
because
that?
you see, there are those who just come in to visit, but in the process they realize this is the place to be. Yes, so that's why there's that increase. And then we also have, this year we have countries like Israel, Mauritius, who are exhibiting for the first time.
Right.
And then we have the East African Business Council. They are also members are exhibiting. They have over 18 exhibitors. Then we have the COMESA country and the local exhibitors. Yes.
Why should somebody watching? I remember when we were kids, we used to always come to the show and the games. But in terms of investments, and also students get to come out a lot. Why is it important that people turn up for the trade fair?
One thing maybe I would like to tell our viewers, because there have been complaints that the show is full of students. One thing is that, you see, students are in uniform, so it's very easy to identify them.
Yes.
And then two, in every family, at average, there are 4 children. So where there are 5 families, then you expect about 20 of them. I believe even grown-ups, if they were in uniform, then the people will say grown-ups are many. And then the reason why people should come to the show, like for the youth, you see, a country without the youth, then there's no future. And if we can impress agriculture to the youth, because like ASK, we have Young Farmers Club. This Young Farmers Club, there are schools that are members. And this is basically to impress agriculture to the young ones. Yes.
All right. And I like that you're bringing in to impress agriculture on the youth, because that has been, I believe, the biggest challenge.
Yes,
Whilst it is, agriculture is big in Kenya,
Yeah.
the youth look at it as the practice, or, what should be done by the old folk, the
Yes,
older
yes.
generation. So how really can actually the youth this agriculture be made to appeal to them and to get into the idea, buy into it, and practice actually farming?
I think the reason why the youth have been looking at agriculture as the old, it's the practice that has been used. Because I'm sure you and me, where we grew up, the way they were doing agriculture, I believe if you are told to do that, you'll not like it.
Yes.
But if you embrace technology, then I believe the youth will like it. Because like in developed countries, there's a lot of technology in agriculture, including machinery. So you don't even need a lot of manpower. Because if you have machines, you can do a lot on your land. And if you impress technology, then production will be good. And maybe the reason why most of them have been shying away, it's because even after doing so much on the land, and you find that production is not rewarding, then when you sell, you find you don't even break even. But if we can assure the youth that with technology, you'll break even, then I believe that will be the direction.
Yeah, because it's important that you bring in the importance of technology at that, because at the end of the day, everybody, the youth, everybody, their concern is how much am I getting from this? And so somebody will think, I'll go all day in the sun, farm, till this land, and perhaps I'll not, as you're saying, break even. So the importance is to understand that there is that potential as long as the correct measures are put in place in practicing agriculture. Right, and also this year for the fair, you are not having manual ticketing. Is that the case?
Yeah, you see, when you impress technology, you should lead with example. Because we cannot be telling people that you impress technology in agriculture, while as ASK, we are also not impressing technology. So it should start with you. And that's why we are using electronic tickets. In fact, even last year, we had electronic tickets. And I would like to tell our viewers that you can book your tickets online. You can also book your tickets in advance. You don't need to come and queue and buy your tickets at the gate.
Where is that they can buy them online?
Okay, if you go to ASK website, yeah, you'll buy online.
Okay, so that's you say leading by example for you.
Yes.
And I understand that it's also been dubbed as an East Africa Community Day as well. There's bringing in of the East Africa community into this.
That will be on Friday, which is usually the school's day. But this year we have as I told you earlier, we have this East African Business Council who have organized, and they have a stand. And members are there, about 18 of them exhibiting. So we have also to recognize them.
Okay.
Because they are doing something good and promoting Kenya and East Africa.
So what exactly do you expect from that particular stand, the East African one?
There's a lot to see,
Right.
especially from member countries, and some of them are not locally found in Kenya. So I'll also advise our viewers to visit that stand when they get to the show.
Okay.
Yes.
And is the show going to the counties?
Okay, we have 15 branches countrywide. And at least all those counties, somehow they are served by one of those shows. But I believe with time, we'll have to spread out to all the counties.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I think that is then very important, because devolving, if you like, the fair
Yes.
then also reaches more to the youth and the people in the grassroots,
Yes,
at the
yes.
grassroots
Yeah,
level,
that's
because I
true.
think that's very important. So are there plans underway, or is it something you will consider going forward?
We will consider that. Because you see, starting a show is not a one day's function. It takes time.
Right.
Yeah, and there are many things you have to consider before you start.
Okay.
So we'll have to consider that. But it's a very good idea,
Yeah.
and I know we'll do that.
You know we'll
Yeah.
do that. All right. And then I must ask this, because this, of course, brings in very many people. The Nairobi International Trade Fair, they will all be gathering in one place. And we know right now one of the biggest concerns is the security. So what measures have you put in place to ensure that everybody coming in, the exhibitors, those visiting, just coming to see what's happening, their safety?
I knew you'd ask that, because people seem to be worried. One thing I'd like to assure our viewers is that security is paramount as far as we are concerned. Whether there's insecurity or not, all the shows we've been organizing over the years, we usually make sure that security is paramount. Okay, I may not want to disclose much about what we are doing because it's top secret, but what I want to appeal to our viewers is that when you are subjected to security check, please comply, because there's detailed security. And then I'll also discourage people to carry big luggage, because if you do that, then it means you'll take a lot of time with the security personnel when they are trying to check. So to avoid wasting time, you just have to comply.
Okay.
And then the vehicles will also be checked. So when you're asked to open your vehicle, whoever you are, please comply. It's because it's for your own safety and ASK at large.
Okay.
And then maybe I'll also refer our viewers in yesterday's Standard, page 6. There was a write-up on security by the Nairobi County Police Chief. And that was a good article. Maybe if you read there, you'll get more details about security.
All right.
Yeah.
Sir, as we went up the interview very quickly, just tell us again the theme this year, just to recap for those who might be joining us right now. When is it ending, by the way? When does it close?
Okay, the show started yesterday, and it will close on Sunday. And then on Sunday, we have a church service at the show. So I'll invite everybody to come for the church service. Tomorrow, we have a livestock auction. And tomorrow is the official opening day, and it will be opened by the patron, His Excellency the President. So I'll invite all to come. And for the auction, for those people who have butcheries or farmers who want to keep animals of great, good quality, can come and bid. They'll get nice animals.
So tomorrow it's officially opened by the President. That's Wednesday.
Yes.
Thursday, what happens?
Thursday is Members' Day. Then Friday is schools.
Right.
Then Saturday and Sunday is Family Day.
Okay.
Yes.
So finally, recap for us the theme this year and why people should turn up for the Nairobi International Trade Fair.
The theme this year is to enhance technology in agriculture and industry for food security and national growth. And I will appeal to our viewers to turn up, because I'm sure what has been of great concern is security. But I would like to tell them that security is beefed up. In fact, now Nairobi is the place to be. And then by extension, Nairobi International Trade Fair, because security is very good.
Okay.
And then we have humble parking, so you don't have a problem. I don't know of any other organization in Nairobi which has a parking like what we have at the Jamhuri Park. Maybe Bombas, but I don't think they can meet the kind of parking we have.
Yeah, and I think very important, we didn't mention how much are the charges. So it's a Jamhuri Park. How much are the charges? You said we can get the tickets online through the website, ASK website, and of course I guess some could still come and queue if they like, but how much are the charges?
Okay, the charges, we have groups or parties, special parties. For children is 200, and for grown-ups it's 250. And if you buy at the perimeter or at the gate as you come in as an individual or a small team, it's 300 for adults and 250 for children.
Okay.
But besides that, you can also buy membership ticket. There's full membership at 3,000. You'll be given 2 tickets, one for the full member and the member's guest, plus a car sticker. So that means you'll park in a place set aside for members.
Right.
And then when you get to the show, you can sit in members' area at the arena. And then we have executive ticket, which is 8,500. And then we have young farmers ticket. If you want to be a member, it's 400 per year. And for members tickets, you go to all shows in Kenya.
Okay.
Yeah, then the arena will have the tattoo from tomorrow. It starts at 7 up to around 11. So if you miss daytime, you can come in the evening.
Right.
And still, if you are busy during daytime,
Yes.
you can also go to the arena in the evening to entertain yourself.
Yes.
And the charges at the arena, if you are coming in at members exclusion, it's 150 for adults, 100 for the children. And then the other parts of the arena, which are also enclosed, it's 100 for adults and 50 for children.
All right.
Yes.
Levin Mukweso, thank you very much for joining us this morning.
Thank you.
He is a chairman, marketing and publicity, Nairobi International Trade Fair. Thank you, and we wish you the best.
Thank you.
With the fair. You are on Morning Express this morning talking about the Nairobi International Trade Fair. It opened yesterday. Tomorrow it officially will be opened by President Uhuru Kenyatta. Runs through to Sunday. And as we've heard from the chairman of the marketing and publicity team in the fair, telling us that security is guaranteed. They've put up enough measures to ensure the same is guaranteed, and that also there's definitely so much to learn. More exhibitors this year, both local and international, and you can get your tickets online through the ASK website as well. And of course, encouragement to the youth to turn into agriculture, as of course technology is being embraced to ensure maximum production results, and of course as well as profits in this very important sector in Kenya. Now, to know Kenya, and it is the largest memorial park in Kenya. The inaugural ceremony for Kenya's first president, President Jomo Kenyatta, was conducted at this park on 12th December 1963. When Kenya gained its independence, a 24-meter high monument commemorating Kenya's struggle for independence is the centerpiece of attractions at Uhuru Gardens. To one side of this monument is a statue of freedom fighters raising the Kenyan flag, and about 100 meters away is another monument with a fountain. In Know Kenya, we feature Uhuru Gardens. Take a look.
Located along Langata Road, 15 minutes drive from the city center, is Uhuru Gardens, Kenya's largest memorial park. Uhuru is a Swahili word meaning freedom. The gardens were officially declared a national monument in 1966, being their first historical importance. Of importance to note is that it is Kenya's birthplace. This is where the first Kenyan flag was raised, and thus making the very first year of independence on the 12th of December 1963. Within the garden are 2 monuments commemorating Kenya's independence and a Mugumo tree. The Mugumo tree is symbolic as it was planted on the spot where the Union Jack, that is the British flag, was brought down and Kenya's national flag was first hoisted. The site was a diversity of native flora and fauna savanna of the woodland. In addition to the historical significance, Uhuru Gardens continues to attract various events as a recreational park. It is popular as a rest area for families and friends, a must-visit for schools, and in recent times has gained popularity as an events venue for corporate launches, concerts, weddings, film location, just to mention but a few. Peace and unity for those who are looking for a secure jogging sport. This is the perfect location for keeping fit. So next time you pass by Langata Road, walk or drive in to enjoy our rich heritage that lives on through this park.
Indeed, the beautiful Uhuru Gardens off Langata Road has grown to be a recreational park, and we see a lot of families going out there, history being preserved in that park. And iPhones are fancy and exciting to look at, but not for this chameleon who is frightened by the sight of it. Here is our video of the day. A chameleon video today. Let's just say I would not be anywhere near a chameleon in the first place, trying to show it videos or items on an iPhone, but interesting video there. And remember, you can always send us videos or pictures you'd like us to feature here on Morning Express. My email address swanuna@standardmedia.co.ke. It is now 7:54 a.m. on this first day of October, Tuesday, and in the next hour Tamima will be here, and today she's talking about cancer. It's all about cancer awareness. And before we take a short break, remember today in our question of the day we are asking you, do you support the proposal to disband the JSC over judiciary wrangles? Do you support the proposal? And that proposal has been made, or has they threatened to disband the JSC, that is the LSK, Law Society of Kenya, have said that if the JSC does not put its house in order over the judiciary wars, then they will petition Parliament to disband. Parliament has power to do that, to disband the JSC. So we want to know what your thoughts are on that story that has been developing in the last several days. 22155. That is our SMS number. Include your name and location. That is always appreciated. At Sophia Wanuna at KTN Kenya. You can tweet us there. Remember to use the hashtag Morning Express KTN. Also on Facebook, post your comment there as well. I'll be sampling them later on in the show. This is Morning Express. We take a short break now. Stay with us.